For the next 24 hours, we'll be exploring the top things to do here in Sri Lanka's adventure capital, Ella. From hiking majestic peaks to exploring cascading waterfalls, we'll delve into the breathtaking landscapes and thrilling activities, providing you with all the top tips to nail your Ella itinerary. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and let's jump into the video.
Good morning everybody, it's currently 5:45 AM and we're about to go and hike up Adams Peak, so yeah, super excited. Little Adams Peak, apparently not the big one.
Big one's far.
The big one's too big for us. As you can see, there's loads of hikers that have walked all the way from town walking past us. We may have hired a bike and drove most of the way up. This is how we should have started the video. Oh, we're just hiking up Little Adams Peak. Morning everybody.
We're not frauds.
4 AM, get up, it's pretty hard.
No, but it is 5:45 now and the sun rises at 6:05, so we've got 20 minutes until the sun rises, but I did read online that it takes a while to get over the peaks here, so we might have some time.
Takes a while to do the last 2%.
Nothing beats getting up early though, does it? Like, you just feel absolutely like you've mastered life already.
Lying in.
So we're walking down quite a well-trodden path, easy to hike. We've got mountains to our right, which are beautiful, and then we've got tea plantations to our left. So even the walk itself is spectacular, and we've not even got to the top. So just behind me is the peak. A short 20-minute walk later, we ran it to try and catch the sunrise, which hasn't come up above peaks yet, so we're in luck. It was okay though, it wasn't too strenuous, and we've been rewarded with the most beautiful views ever of a huge valley, tons of peaks. We've got hazy orange clouds in the distance. The sun's going to come up over there, so I think we'll join our fellow peakers over there, watch the sunrise in the morning. Beautiful start to the day. So we just sat down to watch the sunrise, and this dog just came over, nudged me, and then wants to be stroked.
Just adopt him.
Yeah, I think he's the mountain dog. We've got the first glimpse of the sun just coming up over the mountains now. We've been here about 20 minutes, so we did beat it, which is good. And you've got a really good view of all of the peaks over here. And I think you can walk slightly further onto a separate peak, which looks less busy if people are trying to avoid the crowds, but it's not been too busy. It feels great to have this achievement early in the morning. So there are a couple of adventure activities you can do on the way down. So we've got the flying Ravana, which is a zip line. I think it's $32 per adult, but it doesn't open until 9 AM. So remember that if you want to do it. Then we've got a huge rock climbing wall, and it's got like unbelievable views, so you'd be like zip lining around the mountains in the tea plantations, so it'd be absolutely sick, but it's not on our agenda for today. That's an add-on you can put on.
And we've also found out there's a really cool little vibey beach club that looks out onto all the tea plantations, so if you fancy a sunrise hike and then a few bevs and cocktails afterwards, you can go and check that out. But yeah, it looks really cool, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's got a massive pool as well, and then we saw a sign for an Ella swing, so you know, like the famous Bali swing where people like wear really long dresses and swing out on it.
It's about $10 for a single swing, and then you have to pay another $10 for them to dress you up to swing as well, so obviously very touristy, but you can see why. Look at the scenery.
Yeah.
I'm more interested in that beach club. How much is that?
So we're on our way to our next stop, and the views are literally out of this world. It's like an activity in itself, but there's sheer drop to our left. If you fell or like fell off, you'd be dead. Oh, we've got some massive lorries coming here as well, look. Stop, guys. Oh, I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared.
No, it's only like a 10-metre initial drop, but look at that. Wow, there's like, must be hundreds of metres down into the hills and the mountains.
Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's sick. But yeah, let's get out of here quickly. Right? Yeah. Because I'm not wobbly. Oh.
No, don't say that. The next logical place would have been to go to the Nine Arches Bridge, but we had just missed a train, so we decided to head straight to Rivanna Waterfall. It's a 15-minute drive from Ella town centre, but yeah, it's pretty spectacular. Someone's flying a drone right there.
Loads of people here at the moment, but my thoughts are that maybe the tours around Ella start here and then the buses drive people into town and then they do all the other viewpoints and stuff to do. So that's my thought here, but yeah, super busy, busier than the bloody Little Adams Peak at sunrise here.
People selling coconuts to the right here as well if anyone's thirsty, and I'm not sure if you have to pay entry, but we're going to go head in and have a little nosy around.
So I packed my bloody swimming trunks because I thought we could swim. But looking at the water, it's absolutely treacherous. And it says no bathing. Apparently 36 people have died here from like trying to climb up it or swimming.
Oh,
so yeah,
really?
yeah, it says it on the sign over there. So yeah, no swimming for me.
Just looking. Next stop is to go to the Nine Arches Bridge, which is walkable from Little Adams Peak and from Ella Town Centre if you don't want to get a scooter, but we're obviously just driving there because we're trying to get as much done as possible, and we're driving right next to a massive river / lake here. There's a windy little jungle path we're heading through now, so we just realised that we probably can't drive down here, though we saw tuk-tuks, but we think they were just probably dropping people off, so there's a parking area just back up this street, so now we'll be able to walk it. 100 for parking.
I do wonder, by Adams Peak we saw a sign for Nine Arches, so I wonder if people could cut through to them that way, whereas we've kind of tried to drive as close as possible. But actually it'd be quite a walk from Adams Peak, I think, here.
Do you reckon?
Where we've parked. Yeah, it'd be about half an hour, 45 minutes.
There's lots of people walking with us though, which makes me think. But then
no,
there's a lot of locals, isn't there?
Yeah, but no like backpackers with their trekking gear on. Do you
No,
get what I mean?
yeah,
And
it's all
you'd
the
see loads
locals.
of them from Adams Peak, wouldn't you?
No, that's true, that's true.
Hello. Right, so we have got our first look of the Nine Arches Bridge up close. And I have to say, it is even more spectacular in real life than it is in the photos. And in case you didn't know, it's called Nine Arches Bridge because it has 9 arches to the bridge. Pretty cool, we can walk along the tracks, but hopefully not when the train's coming by.
Yeah, who warns you?
Yeah, I guess you just hear it going, don't you? Let's have a look at the views from the train track, shall we? Giving me a bit of vertigo looking off the bridge from the top.
Yeah.
It's well high up in there.
Yeah, you've got like tea plantations down here as well.
People working. And obviously hundreds of tourists like us trying to get the best picture. That was it. Absolute madness. Everybody crammed like sardines, pushed in for a train to go over a train track for about 10 seconds. But yeah, obviously it was pretty cool to see. But I think if you're not up for getting squashed in crowds, you're not really asked about seeing a train, then just come at any time of the day, because it's pretty vibey to just get a picture and have a look at the scenery anyway. So yeah, pretty cool. License to drive. Kathy, license to drive. Oh, speed bump. A bit ropey that time. You've got to just go with the groove.
Alright, we're heading back to our accommodation, which is up the steepest hill. Look at that. I'm walking up because it's too steep for me to be on the bike. One thing you'll notice about Ella is, yeah, extremely hilly, of course, because you're in the mountains. And it's actually a few degrees cooler than anywhere else in Sri Lanka. Don't get me wrong, it's still boiling, but it's not as hot as, say, Marissa, etc. So quite nice at night times. So we are staying at the Rock Face Guest House. Is that right, Gus? Is that what it's called?
Rock View or Rock Face?
Yeah, I'll put it on the screen. So I'll show you the accommodation.
There's two that sound the same.
But we'll show you the accommodation, but we do need to make our bed quickly because remember we were up at 5 AM. But check out these views from our accommodation, and this is usually what people want to have when they come to Ella, is some epic views. So look at this. Now granted we do have a big pylon here, but still pretty nice. I've got a potch area. I'm drying some gym clothes here, so ignore that. And then Gaz is trying to sort out. Right, 2 seconds, let's make the room look average and we'll show you. Average at best. Right, here we go. Here is a slightly cleaner room that I tidied. Gaz didn't do anything for, so you should be welcome.
I've done the bed.
But anyway, we've got a massive, large double bed. They've given us this mosquito net because we get these like really big brown bugs that fly around at night, like out here, obviously because we're like in loads of like plants and stuff. But they're quite cool to look at, but you don't want them in the bed with you, and plus there's a lot more mosquitoes. And then we've got a desk, we've got a fridge, we've got a kettle, we've got a sofa, so it's pretty comfortable. And then we've got an ensuite, obviously. I think me and Gaz are renowned for our unaesthetic room tours, but that's just realistic backpacking life, isn't it? Anyway, Gaz, how much was it?
$20.
$20
per night, which is very reasonable for what you get, I think.
Yeah. Anyway, we need to have a rest for a little bit after getting up so early, and then we'll head back out and take you with us.
I don't know if I've got my hat on before I decided to say this, but we are now going to go to the best Sri Lankan restaurant in Ella. So we have meticulously scoured through the web. We've got recommendations of people through the deep dark web, and we have found the best Sri Lankan restaurant unanimously. So we are going to take you guys there. So we are at a place called Matey Hut, which is very, very local and authentic. It's essentially a raised shack on the side of the road, but it's full to the brim of people, so that's how you know it's a good sign. So I've got a vegetable and egg kotu. I'm not going to lie, in the last 2 weeks I've had a fair few of those. This is one of the best by far, both crunchy and soft, and it's perfectly seasoned as well. I've had a few dodgy ones, but this is not one of them. So for those of you who don't know, kotu is Sri Lanka's national dish, and it's essentially chopped up roti, noodles, a load of onions, vegetables, etc., all mushed together in a really delicious kind of bowl, a bit like a pad thai. It's like a Sri Lankan pad thai.
Alright, I always get the Sri Lankan rice and curry situation, which is like usually loads of like different vegetable curries around the plate. They always do it around the rice, so you should always do that if you dish it up yourself. And it's usually like 4 different kind of vegetables and stuff, and then you can add chicken ones, etc. But I just love the vegetables. So we've got beetroot, banana leaf, I think, coconut sambal, and dal. And I love it because I just love like loads of different flavours to try all at once. Just so many different flavours, textures going on. It's just delicious, and it's so healthy. That's what I love about Sri Lanka, is all of the weight I put on in India just dropping off me now because all of this is just fresh vegetables. Honestly, one of my favourite cuisines in the world.
All of the reviews online are right. Definitely come and check out this place, which was called, what was it called again?
Matey Hut.
Matey Hut. Matey Hut, my new friend.
Wow guys, what an epic day exploring Ella. We're starting to wonder what Sri Lanka doesn't have. After a week at the stunning Marissa Beach and now doing sunrise hikes in the mountains of Ella, this country seems to have it all. You can easily spend more than 24 hours here, as it has loads of nice cafes, a great nightlife, and lots more hiking to be done. We literally only scratched the surface today. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash that like button, hit the subscribe, and make sure you check out our video on Marissa, Sri Lanka's beach paradise.